The Pittsburgh Steelers actually figured out the key to stopping Daniel Jones in the Indianapolis Colts offense, which has pretty much been unstoppable so far this season. And they did exactly what they needed to do to not only come away with the victory, but maybe even give a blueprint to other NFL teams on how to beat them. And they did a great job taking away the first read of the quarterback in this game. And on this play here, you're going to see kind of like this in route over the middle with the more shallow, same kind of shallow cross with Tyler Warren. But their first route or first read is going to be this Michael Pittman short route over the middle of the field. Now, as we drop back into a zone, we're going to keep our eyes on the quarterback because these zone defenders are taught whenever we're dropping back into coverage, again, he's going to look right at Michael Pittman. We cover it beautifully. Now, if he went through his second read, he probably would have found Tyler Warren. But the thing about this Pittsburgh Steelers team was they were really quick to applying pressure and forcing bad reps out of Daniel Jones. And right here, they get a one-on-one with TJ Watt to the outside. He's going to lower his center of gravity. Whenever we can get lower than the tackle, they tend to just be too big where they can't regain that leverage, that pad level leverage underneath the chest. He wraps around, forces the fumble. Just an overall great job by this TJ Watt-led Steelers defense. And again, we're going to break down a ton of film. I'm going to show you how they did it, but it's actually really impressive. I don't know why they're not double teaming or chipping and releasing off TJ Watt. That was another big problem. We're going to break down the film. Before we dive in, hit that like button. Helps out so much. Hype the video if possible. Let's see if we can get 700 likes, and let's dive in. Another great play here by the defense. They're going to try to hit Alec Pierce on this 8 to 10 yard dig over the middle, but the defensive line in this front seven does such a good job kind of just getting pressure on the quarterback. And you're going to see they're going to pull their right guard from obviously right to left, and they're going to kind of slide this offensive line in this direction. But what ends up happening is right here, interior guy is going to initiate contact and try to bring him to the outside. Same thing here. We're going to initiate contact and kind of bring him to the outside. Now, what that does, especially with a pulling guard, is it allows Patrick Queen to just bull rush. Not even bull rush because wide open, but just run right through the gap. So, boom, they slide the guard over to protect the man side. And from here, right, they don't do a good enough job sliding. He should have been sliding to Patrick Queen. 56 should have been sliding to the interior. And then they would have been able to pick this up, right? But they're slow to react, slow to switch. Boom, Queen gets out early, and it almost even creates a little interception opportunity for Joey Porter Jr. right there. I mean, he was very, very close. Does a great job on this route, by the way. A lot of people get beat on this route, right? You plant that left foot into the ground, a little bit of a head swivel, you get frozen for a second. But Joey Porter, man, he's got great closing gap speed. And right there, was this close away from potentially even getting a pick six on that play. Again, big shout out to the defense. Here we go again. Another great job shutting down what they want to do early, right? That first read just not there. They're going to priest that motion. Tyler Warren into a wheel. Their plan was here that if Alex Highsmith was manned up, they're probably going to take this shot down the field. But we're going to see Jalen Ramsey is actually the guy in man coverage. So it immediately turns Daniel Jones off. He's like, don't really want to make that throw. So now, boom, first read is gone. Alex Highsmith is flying off the edge, beating this tackle. You see him lower his center of gravity. Same thing. We're trying to get underneath the shoulder pads, get really low so these guys can't really maintain leverage, right? And from there, Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen do a really good job reading the eyes of the quarterback. Whenever you're in a zone coverage, your job is to specifically keep your eyes on the quarterback. They will tell you where they want to go with the football, and then he just tries to dump it down. He thinks Peyton Wilson is going to leak out with the running back here, but nope, that's not what happens at all. Jumps the route, easy interception. This is actually two massive plays from Peyton Wilson in this game, and the defense was, again, incredible. They shut down Daniel Jones in this offense completely. Other great rep here, and again, before we dive into this play, make sure you hit the like button, helps out so much. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be breaking down the Pittsburgh Steelers all year long. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns, whatever you guys want to see. We got you guys covered. So make sure you join the family if you haven't already done so yet. Comment down below P2 if you want more of these videos. But let's kind of get back into this one. And another great rep by Alex Highsmith, as he's going to, once again, lower his center of gravity. Once he gets to the outside shoulder, you're going to see him get low. Again, these guys are just too big. The main way that they are great against the quarterback is because they're so good at bending off the edge. Right, bends off the edge. Tackle is just too big. Can't maintain leverage of at the chest level, and boom, right off the edge, sacks Daniel Jones from the backside. Just good rep, good rep. And also, let's go back. Let's see, what is his first read? As he turns back, he's looking over the middle. Looks like he wants his tight end. Nothing's there. Nothing's there. By the time I don't even think he gets to a full drop. 1, 2, 3. But no, he doesn't even go through a full drop before he gets hit in the backfield. Great job. Monday Night Football is going to be amazing tonight, and I had a couple of picks for you guys, so we could potentially over 1,000x our money. With the sleeper app, I've been having so much fun using it, and guys, really quickly, if you use my promo code DUBS, they're going to give you a 100% match deposit with your first deposit, which means if you put in 100, they're going to give you 100 in bonus funds. I mean, just take that alone and use it, right? It's amazing. But let's go through some of my picks. I'm going to start off with Bijan. I like Bijan today to just get a lot of passes. I think Buffalo's going to go up early. So let's look at his line of 115.5 rushing and receiving yards. And I'm going to go more than just 100. I think he's going to catch the football a ton in this football game. I also like Josh Allen rushing, but I'm going to keep it at 25.5. Go more than 25. I think that's fair. The Chicago Bears run defense is not very good at all. We're going to go to rushing yards, and I'm going to put it at 50, more than 50 rushing yards. I think that's another one that's pretty fair, one more. I want to go Kyle Pitts. Darnell Mooney, I believe, is out today. I could be wrong, but 25 receiving yards more than I feel like is pretty fair. So Bijan, rush receiving, Josh Allen rushing, Jacory 50, Kyle Pitts 25 plus. I feel like that's fair. If you put 20, you can win 50. Obviously, you can put a lot more. I like playing really safe, but if you really want to go for the moon, you guys can. Let me know in the comments down below. And again, use promo code DUBS. Get that free match deposit. You'll get up to $100 on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in about 25 different states. So make sure you guys check out Sleeper today. And again, code DUBS. Another great job taking away the first read. They're going to get Tyler Warren now on the flats. Tight end now on the flats. They're going to get a stop route. And then outsides, we just get deep curls. Right? Everything's shut down here. They've got nothing open on this play outside of maybe a Tyler Warren dump down. But as we go through our drop, 1, 2, 3, boom, back foot hits the ground. We're looking to get the ball out. I mean, this is completely taken away. This is completely taken away. The running back over the middle is completely taken away. There's nothing really there. Like, you could dump this thing down right here and maybe get some yards. You probably would get a little bit of yards after the catch there. But he just doesn't look at it, right? His first read was the running back, and then boom, goes over to the corner or the curl route. That's not open. Definitely can't throw that ball. And by the time you pump fake that thing, you got pressure, and now you just have nowhere to go with the football. And Joey Porter, I think, ends up getting credit for a sack here. But again, just a great job taking away his first read, forcing him to panic, and seeing what happens after that. Another great play. This one from the interior. Keanu Benton does a great job. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion from 16. Offensive line is going to be in what we call 5-man scat protection. They're sliding over to the left, creating that double team, and they're manning man-to-man to the right. Now, actually, this could be a 6-man. Let's see, are they chipping? Yes, so they have basically a 5-man scat with 2 chips off the tight end with TJ Watt. But from there, we leave a one-on-one with Keanu Benton. Look at how he does a great job getting outside leverage, getting all the weight of that guard onto the outside foot. From there, he just kind of karate chops his way into the middle, explodes through the gap, and then sacks the quarterback in the backfield once again. I'm telling you right now, this team has pass rushers for days, and if you can't contain them, and the only way really to contain them is usually in those 7-man max protect situations where you have 2 extra guys blocking off the edges, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig, TJ Watt, Jack Sawyer. Or you could just have double chip and releases every single play. But again, the downside to that is you just have less routes off the snap. So it's very difficult, very, very difficult. And you don't have time in the pocket. You're not gonna put up points on this defense. So definitely a big shout out to them. Okay, we also have a big time mistake by this offense. They're gonna be running like this deep curl. Then they're going to be running this deep curl that ends up being pretty much in the same spot. Now, I also do want to give credit to the defensive line because they are able to generate pressure on Daniel Jones. Whenever you can generate pressure on the quarterback, you can force one of 6 different situations: a bad throw by the quarterback, a bad decision by the quarterback. Maybe it's an interception, maybe you get the sack, maybe you force the fumble on the sack, or maybe you draw a holding call, right? 6 different things that you can really generate. And right here, they generate pressure off the blind side. We force the pressure. Ball is forced to come out just a little bit earlier than he wants to. And what do we force? We force a bad decision. We force a bad throw. And we ultimately force a bad interception. Joey Porter Jr. takes that one away. Great job by this defense. And again, I think it all comes down to the amount of pressures that they were able to garner in this game. Alex Highsmith had 4, Jack Sawyer had 2, Nick Herbig had 2, Keanu Benton had 2, Patrick Queen, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward all had 2, Derek Harmon, Y.A. Black, Joey Porter, and Brandon Echols had pressures. I mean, again, they came from everywhere. 20 pressures, 5 sacks, 4 hits, 11 hurries, 20 stops, right? They had 6 PBUs, 3 interceptions. This defense was everywhere. Everywhere. So let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family. The key to beating the Colts is taking away the first read and then getting pressure as well. If you can force him to his second read, he starts to panic. And that might be the way to stop this team. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.